In a shocking turn of events, Piers Morgan found himself in tears during a live broadcast, overwhelmed by the backlash against his relentless criticisms of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Known for his unapologetic stance on the couple, Morgan's emotional breakdown revealed a deeper struggle as he faced mounting criticism for his unfiltered attacks. As the media landscape evolves, the question remains, has Piers crossed a line in his quest for truth, or is he merely a voice of reason in a world captivated by the Sussexes narrative? Piers Morgan's outburst has reignited discussions about the media's role in shaping public perception of the royal couple. For years, Morgan has been a vocal critic of Harry and Meghan, often branding their choices as self-serving and disingenuous. However, his emotional response on air has raised eyebrows and sparked debates about whether his fierce criticism has morphed into something more problematic. "I've been attacked for standing up for the royal family," Morgan lamented, his eyes glistening with tears. "But I can't sit idly by while they tarnish everything that the monarchy stands for." This moment of vulnerability was unexpected for a man known for his combative style. It highlights the tension between personal conviction and public backlash, revealing a man grappling with the consequences of his words. Morgan's tears were not just a reaction to criticism. They symbolized the broader struggle between the traditional values represented by the monarchy and the modern narrative pushed by Harry and Meghan. Morgan's critiques have often been pointed, targeting not only the couple's choices, but also their perceived disregard for royal traditions. He has labeled their departure from royal duties as a betrayal of their responsibilities. "Harry and Meghan want to have their cake and eat it too," he has frequently stated, emphasizing what he views as hypocrisy in their actions. This stance has resonated with many royalists who feel that the couple's narrative undermines the institution of the monarchy. However, Morgan's relentless pursuit of this narrative has drawn fierce criticism. Detractors argue that his attacks have crossed into unhinged territory, with some labeling him as obsessed. "Piers has become a caricature of himself," one commentator noted. "His fixation on Harry and Meghan seems more personal than principled." This perception of Morgan as a man losing touch with reality has fueled a debate about the ethical lines in media coverage of public figures. Social media has played a significant role in amplifying the divide between Morgan and his critics. While his supporters rally around him, praising his courage to speak out, others have taken platforms like Twitter to express their disdain. "Piers is a bully," one user tweeted. "His attacks are unhinged and reflect poorly on him, not Harry and Meghan." The backlash has only intensified, leading Morgan to question whether his stance is worth the personal toll it takes. As public sentiment shifts, Morgan's emotional breakdown serves as a reminder of the pressures faced by media personalities in the digital age. The constant scrutiny and backlash can weigh heavily on those who dare to challenge popular narratives. In this case, it raises a question of whether Morgan can maintain his position as a credible commentator while grappling with the very real consequences of his words. Morgan's emotional moment came during a segment that aimed to dissect the implications of Harry and Meghan's choices on the royal family. The tension in the studio was palpable as he delved into the couple's recent endeavors, emphasizing their impact on the monarchy. "They've turned their backs on everything that generations have worked for," he stated passionately. But the backlash against him intensified as viewers criticized his aggressive approach. Critics argue that Morgan's style is more about sensationalism than substance. "He thrives on controversy," one media analyst explained. The tears were more about self-preservation than genuine concern for the monarchy. This perspective raises important questions about the responsibilities of media figures and their influence on public discourse. As Morgan broke down, his vulnerability became a focal point for both supporters and detractors. For some, it humanized him, showing that even the most outspoken critics can feel the weight of their words. "It's refreshing to see someone who is willing to show emotion," a viewer commented. "It makes him more relatable." However, others interpreted his tears as a sign of weakness, questioning his ability to remain objective. "If he can't handle the heat, maybe he should reconsider his career in commentary," another critic stated. This dichotomy highlights the challenges faced by public figures who walk the fine line between personal conviction and public persona. While Morgan's emotional breakdown may have captured headlines, it also serves to reinforce the broader narrative surrounding Harry and Meghan. The couple's departure from royal duties has been framed as a rejection of tradition, leading to an ongoing battle between public perception and personal choice. Morgan's fierce critiques position him as a defender of the monarchy, but they also risk painting him as out of touch with contemporary values. As discussions about mental health and personal agency gain traction, the Sussexes' narrative resonates with many seeking to carve out their own paths. Harry and Meghan are symbols of a new era, one that challenges outdated norms. A cultural commentator stated, Morgan's attacks may inadvertently highlight the very issues they're trying to address. Morgan's breakdown brings to light the ethical dilemmas faced by media personalities. In a world where sensationalism often trumps substance, how can figures like Morgan navigate their roles responsibly? His emotional moment may suggest a need for introspection within the media landscape, urging commentators to consider the implications of their words. As Morgan grapples with this reality, the question remains, can he reconcile his passion for defending the monarchy with the growing demand for empathy and understanding? The challenge lies in finding a balance that respects tradition while acknowledging complexities of modern life. Piers Morgan's emotional breakdown during a live broadcast has ignited a firestorm of discussion surrounding his criticisms of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. While he may view himself as a guardian of royal tradition, the backlash against him suggests that public sentiment is shifting. As the Sussexes continue to navigate their own narrative, Morgan's role as a commentator may be increasingly scrutinized. In closing, the emotional moment serves not only as a reflection of Morgan's internal struggles, but also as a pivotal point in the ongoing discourse about the royal couple. The complexities of their choices and the criticism they face are intertwined with broader societal changes, prompting a reevaluation of how we engage with public figures and their narratives. As we look to the future, the question remains, will Piers Morgan adapt his approach, or will he continue to double down on his attacks? The evolving landscape of media and public opinion will undoubtedly influence his path moving forward.